Hi, Scorpio. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy, and I'm here to do your August 2025 reading. August is the eighth month, and the eight is about balance, but it's about continuous motion, fluidity, right? We'll go around one half of the cycle and then we'll go around the other half, see what the other half looks like. It's about balance, it's about ambition, but it's also about careful control, gentle control, not forcing something or pushing something or anything like that. It's interesting what you had. Look at all the cards you have jumped out. Like, this is a lot. But what I get from it is you felt like you were fighting for your position at some point. Okay. You're fighting for your position, whether it's your position in the family, your position at work, your position in the community, perhaps. But, and I can tell you, you felt vulnerable in this situation. Maybe you were defending your home or your job, your family. I'm not sure, but you, like I said, you felt vulnerable in this position, and it's kind of the fight or flight card. You're trying to decide whether you're going to stay and fight for this, and I'm not giving up and forget it while feeling vulnerable, or you're going to say, I've had enough. And in the strength, it's funny because the strength is the eighth as well, and it's about careful control, um, gentle partnership, basically. Okay, we see the woman with the wild boar, and she has a gentle hand on it, not trying to control it, but trying to work with it, right? And this is where we move forward, we take control, but with grace. Okay. And then you are looking, you go 787, you're looking for the fruits of your labor. You've invested in something, you've spent your time. This could have even been in yourself. You've invested time in yourself and you're trying to grow and learn and heal. And now you're looking for the reward for that. You've put in the time, you've done the work. You're also nostalgic about the past, of something in the past that it seems like it's gone now, kind of thing, and you're wanting to revisit it or gain or take something from it, kind of thing. So you're reminiscent about what you had in life, and also feeling like you never quite get what you want. There's things that you are getting in life, you can't complain, but it's not exactly what you're looking for, what you want, what you're dreaming of. It seems just a little bit out of reach. And then you decide you're going to begin again. You're going to see what else is out there for you. I think in some ways you realize we can't go back, right? We can't go back to the past, and it can't stay the way it was forever. Things change. We go to that other part of the cycle, right? We move on. We're fluid, right? And so this is where you decide, okay, well, I'm going to start again. I'm going to see what else is out there, but also still feeling vulnerable. You still feel vulnerable about looking toward that. It feels like you have to leave something behind, which you do. We do in life, right? But it doesn't mean you're going to lose it. Okay? It doesn't mean you're going to lose it. So, in the body of the reading, in the recent past or in the past, you have the death, the rebirth, which is judgment, and the 10 of swords. So this is a really good combination, because in the death card, you could have been mourning something. Like I said back here, it seems like you're mourning something from the past or not able to leave it. All right. And you're really wanting sanctuary, which we can see in the distance here. And so this hermit or person is growing old in this tower, wanting another life, but yet not leaving the tower. So we must leave the tower, the comfort, the security of our loneliness, to go after this new life, this peace and happiness, what you think is going to be beautiful. And to do that, and you're going to take action on that. You're getting ready to go down those stairs of the tower. You're going to just start taking one step at a time. Sorry about coughing. Because you're transforming, you're ready to come out of the cave, and here is the cave, right? Here is the cave, and you're ready to come out and be reborn. And with the pardon me, with the rebirth comes, a feeling of youthful. Also, he's naked, so there's vulnerability. He's a child, but there's a calling that is something you need to answer. Okay, something you need to move forward, something you need to do. You're ready to expand, and there's a certain amount of acceptance here. You have accepted where you are, what you're doing, who you are now. Like, you've accepted it now, where it might have been difficult for you in the past to do that. You had a time letting go of something, right? And also the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is, you know, uh, the beginning of healing. It's the end of suffering. So when we're at the 10, we're at the end, the completion, the end. And so this is the end of suffering. And you are ready to stand up and start to walk again and start healing. Okay. In the 10, seven of those swords are, we feel that someone else or other people put in, they hurt us, and the last three are our own swords that we hurt ourselves with, right? We remain in this place of hurt of our own choice. So at this point, you're ready to end that, to move on. So with the Morgan Greer, with those cards, the Eight of Wands with the Death card, is the Eight of Wands is ready to take action, ready to move, see where those arrows, those wands land. Once we throw them and they're in the air, they're gonna land somewhere. It's already in motion. Okay. And so you're ready to take action. You may get communication that requires you to act quickly and just do it, and so this is part of what the change is, and it's an 8 again, I might add. And then with the rebirth, you have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is starts with the love of oneself. When we're ready to give love, we need to love ourselves, take care of ourselves, value ourselves. And it's not just on a surface level, it goes deeper than that. We know who we are now, and this is expressing that. And then the Two of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords. So the Two of Pentacles is juggling things. We need to juggle things in order to do what we want. So we sometimes have to borrow from Peter to pay Paul, or we need to juggle time, juggle our energy. There's something, because there's a ship you want to board. Whenever it pulls in, you're waiting for your ship to come in, so that you don't have to juggle anymore. Oops. And the Two of Pentacles is also about a beginning of healing, okay? Pentacles are about the body, the self, and taking care of oneself, valuing oneself. So this is the beginning of that. In the present, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the 10, another 10 of Pentacles, and the Princess of Pentacles. With the Wheel of Fortune, you also have the 10 of Cups. So these are two tens together, okay? And in the wheel, you're ready to come out of the cave again. This is 3 caves you're coming out of. So you're coming out ready to make a new plan. This is a new wheel she's making, and she's finding her place in it and where she wants to go. It's kind of a map in a way, and we're kind of marking our route, what we're going to do, planning it, right? But getting ready, that is completion. She's out of the cave. She's very grounded. You can see the colors in her outfit here, and even her hair is very grounding, earthy colors. and ready to bring happiness into our lives. So this is also a happy ending. It's a 10. So it's completion. We're very happy that we're moving on. It's not a sad goodbye, bad ending. It's a happy ending so that you can move forward to something else. Sorry. Ten of Pentacles is also a completion and ending, and we're content with what able we've been able to build. This man here, he's built a home and things for his family, and he has his family around and everything, but still he's dissatisfied. There's something missing in his life. He needs to feel passionate about something he's doing, his project, what he's working on, how like he wants to invest his knowledge, his time and energy into something new at this point, because he's been successful at building a house, at having a family, at doing, he's already been there, done that. Now I want to do something else. But at the same time, there's the Four of Swords here. And the Four of Swords is where we kind of take a pause and look at our map again, look at our options, see what we're able to do. And that's the difference here, is now you're using your mind, right? This is out of our emotions a little bit. It's more intelligent thinking, strategizing about what we can do with what we have, you know? And so this has got like careful planning as well. And the Princess of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune bookended this center energy, this current energy. Okay. So again, Wheel of Fortune, you could be traveling too. That's the other thing with the Wheel of Fortune. You could be traveling. You could. Something's changing here though. The wheel is turning. We're turning in that 8. The wheel is turning. Something's changing. There's a new energy about you. Like I said, I think you've done some healing. There's a lot of green in her top there, and feeling a lot of passion. You can see all the passion in the red and the gold. And she's holding that pentacle and she's planning, she's thinking, what could I do with this? I have this one pentacle. What could I do? And that's your change in thought, really. You're thinking about what you can do instead about what you can't do and feeling defeated. You're starting to feel inspired, wanting to dig in. You might be apprenticing at something, learning something new. Could it be to do with your finances? You could be taking a budgeting class or a financial management class or something like that. Could be how uh, to do it's definitely a could be a new offer too, a new opportunity for you, which would change your situation. But I think you're very bored with what you're doing, whether if you're a homemaker or what you're doing at work. You're very bored and you need some sort of new challenge, and I think it's coming. It's definitely coming. Then in the future, which is near the end of August, you have the Five of Wands with the Nine of Cups. So in the Five of Wands, what like I like to say with this is that there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Everybody has an idea that they want heard. It's very competitive. Everybody wants to win, and nobody's really listening to anybody else. Everyone's too busy talking, okay? And and they can't really see the bigger picture if they're too busy looking at this narrow, tunnel vision sort of thing. So um out of this situation, you're going to get some sort of fulfillment. You also could be in a competition. Like I said, there's a new opportunity coming that's going to change things in your life, and so you could be in a competition that you win. Okay, you are successful in whatever is going on here. Okay, and a competition could be a sport thing, you could be competing for a job. I think it's a lot in your approach, because I think these other people are thinking about themselves. It's I, and not we. And it's your approach, it's like a team approach or something like that. Okay. Then you have another Nine of Cups. Like there are wishes granted. I think you needed to do this time back here and heal and go through pain or whatever isolation, whatever you went through. It was a growing stage for you, a growth spurt, like they used to call it. And you needed to do that to get to this place. For one thing, appreciate your gains, enjoy your gains, that whatever they are, and realize that it's time to move on. So there's going to be success here, and that has something to do with the Emperor. So the Emperor is about feeling in control, feeling stable, thinking about everybody when you make decisions. This could be you or someone around you. So this is success, could be happiness, could be emotional fulfillment with this person. So this person could come into your life. They could be your boss, your landlord, um, your even father, or it could be yourself. You could become the boss, the landlord, the person in control of the situation. I think you would be a good leader, a good boss, because I think Scorpios have that heart, that sensitivity. But up here somewhere it said that gentle control, right? If you can get that under wraps. So it's definitely successful at being um, a good leader and having stability in your life. Okay. And it's gonna, and I also think that you have a lot more confidence. Like the Emperor has mastered everything in all the suits, you know. He's mastered his minds, his emotions, his skills, and his health and his security. Like it's really been able to get everything under wraps, kind of thing. And then you have the Fool. And the Fool is the beginning of the new adventure. You've had so many tens here, you know, and suggestion of change and completion and transformation. And here you emerge as the Fool, kind of like the Two of Wands over here, ready to move in a new direction. But the Fool is a little vulnerable. The Fool has no idea how this operates. They've never been there before. They've never done this before. There's something new about it for you, where you feel like you're on the learning curve in some way, but you're ready to take a risk. You're like, I don't care. I want to do it. I'm so excited. So just says be a little bit careful about where you're stepping into, but it's really good, healthy energy. And there you are, the Queen of Cups, Scorpio. So this is ready to connect with people, to also be open to relationships, working together. But not only that, the Queen of Cups really values herself. You know, she is valuable, she's beautiful, she's kind, she's sweet, a good friend, a good family member, mother, sister. But and feeling confident that she has something to offer in friendships, in family, in relationship. Okay. So this could be the beginning, someone coming into your life that um, values you and you value them, or this could be the new concept of yourself, right? Oh, so the other two cards that jumped out is the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Hearts. So the Queen of Swords, this could be an air sign. It could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And this person can be like very straightforward, very business when they want to be, even though they're a very spiritual person as well. They protect their heart, they keep it right hidden away, and can be very serious at times. And there's some sort of successful emotionally, maybe in the family with this person. There's something going to be very emotionally rewarding coming from this relationship. This could be a family member, it could be someone you work with, it could be someone in your neighborhood. but I think this person might be coming around, and it suggests some sort of completion of this relationship too in some way, but it's a happy ending. Okay. So let's get these dealt out. This is the cartomancy. This is the art of reading the regular playing cards. And this setup I learned from an old friend of mine who was a reader for years and years. And it's where I call her my mentor. It's where I kind of learned. So I make 7 piles and I go around 3 times, so that there's 3 cards in each pile, and then I turn over each pile one at a time as I go. So where you are now, you have the 6 of clubs, 7 of clubs, and the 3 of hearts. So the 6 of clubs is moving up in your career somehow, in your work, taking steps in your work, in what you do. So you may be up for promotion. There could be an offer coming in, or an opportunity, I should say, to move up in what you're doing. Okay. Um, it definitely says you could be worried about this situation though. Maybe you're thinking you're not qualified. Maybe you're thinking you're not going to get it. Maybe there's some sort of worry here. Okay. And one of the things, because you're worried about yourself, right? Can I handle this? Will I get what I want? You could be negotiating for the terms because, like I said, this is about balance, and I'm feeling like you want a balance in your work life and your home life in some way, or your fun, work and fun. Okay. So I think you're trying to preserve yourself and get what you want out of the situation. You're a little worried that you won't get what you want, but I think you're going to be happy with it. Then you have the Queen of Diamonds, the Nine of Diamonds, and the Four of Clubs. So the Queen of Diamonds I usually see as an older woman, could be a man too. This person is mature, like I said. They could have gray, white, or they could have like a strawberry colored, maybe a reddish in their hair. They usually are financially secure and ambitious. Okay. They also could like to travel, possibility. But there is some sort of doubt or confusion about which direction to go next with this person. I feel like there's some sort of financial dealings you need to do with this person. Um, there's a chance that you might want to sell your house, or they want you to sell it, or they're tied in somehow. But you have this doubt. You're not sure which way to go. You're torn apart in this situation. This is going to come up very soon because there's something financial about it. Okay. But this person has ambitious ideas of what they want to do, and you're not sure if it's the best for you. I don't think. So above you, you have the Ace of Diamonds, Jack of Clubs, and the Four of Spades. Again, doubt here. In the Four of Spades, there's like a pause because you're thinking you're going to lose in this situation. All right. The Ace of Diamonds is sometimes a letter, a contract, something that you need to sign that's official. It's a commitment of some sort. And it's with someone, it's about a friend or one of your children. Okay. And again, like I said, you've got your doubts about it. You're not sure if it's benefiting this person or benefiting yourself. But I feel like you're either going to get some news or something it could be an opportunity too. You could hear through a friend this opportunity. But again, you have your doubts. I don't think you have a lot of confidence in yourself right now, or your spidey senses are tingling, saying, I don't know, there's something fishy and going on here. In your work pile, you have the Eight of Clubs, the Ace of Clubs, and the Seven of Spades. So this looks like business talk. This is work talk right here about a new opportunity. So there's a new job posting. There's it could be to do with your home too, because the Ace of Clubs is to do with the home. But this is some sort of talk about where you're working or living. All right. And a chance for something new, step forward. I think that this is a good opportunity for you, and I think that it's going to be offered to you after talking, negotiating, figuring it out. You may even have to compete for something, like I saw that competition somewhere down here. Yeah, but you're going to be, I think you're going to be successful. You know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, and there's going to be tears here of joy, of success, successful tears. Because I think you're so happy to get out of these doldrums that you were in before. How others see you or are influencing you. There's the Two of Spades, the Jack of Hearts, and the Nine of Clubs. So the Two of Spades is a separation from this Jack of Hearts. This Jack of Hearts could be a young person, or it could be a romantic person, maybe a player, could be an ex even. It's someone who you have feelings for, but there's some sort of separation, or was some sort of separation from this person. And it says it's at the work site. It has something to do with the work site. There could be someone leaving the work site who you were close to, good friends with, perhaps, maybe had romantic feelings of you for you. They could be separating from another place and coming towards your work site. A new person. I feel like they're younger anyway, whatever your age is. I feel like this person is younger. And there also is a possibility that this is one of your children and they're going to separate from you for work, going toward a work site, moving somewhere like not really close. There's going to be distance between you because they're going toward a work site. There I go, knocking off cards again. Now, where did that card go? See, oh, there it is under my chair. I think I got it. Okay, that goes there. So, in the foundation, which is the past. Look at that. That's an eight of diamonds, 10 of clubs, and an eight of spades. So it looks like there's going to be talk here going on. And it's ambitious talk, and it's about ending a position. It's about ending something, work that you've been doing, okay? And it's very ambitious. But then there's eight of spades. And so there's someone who has a different opinion, who opposes this change or this ending. There's opposition here. So there's very positive, ambitious, um, talk about, like, I think the money is good. What you're happy with the money, but there's something about maybe the responsibility or how much time you have to actually work. Maybe you're not getting enough vacation time or rest time. Something there, and I feel like you may have to oppose something about the deal here, okay? And so you're trying to negotiate, work that out. Maybe that's why you have doubt about whether you want to do this, because I saw some doubt in the beginning there, and you're not sure if you're like, I don't know if I want to work that much. I don't know if I can handle that much, or something like that. So, but I think it ends up working out. I think you're a good negotiator. In your surprise is the Jack of Spades. So that's three jacks now, okay? I'm not sure how many kids you have, young people in your life, but to me in the cartomancy, this is usually young people or an expression of your emotions. Jack of Spades can be troubling news or a troubling person or a person in trouble. With the six of diamonds and the three of diamonds, well, this is quite nice actually. So someone who could have been in trouble or going through a troubling time, perhaps this could be one of your kids, this could be yourself. or troubling news. Okay, but at first it is, you're just not sure if it's something you can handle or want to handle. Okay, but this is going to give you more money. Okay, it's going to give you more stature too in whatever position it is. Okay, like I said, someone could be leaving where you work, which opens an opportunity, and it's more money, like I said, more stature, but it could be more responsibility, more time. It's definitely something that probably makes you feel more passionate about what you're doing. You're not so bored, that's for sure. But anyway, this is the beginning of the wish coming true. Part of your wish, as I think, is to have some financial security. Okay, have some stability that way, because I feel like you were struggling, kind of not having really enough to go around. Like you had enough to pay what your bills, but not really enough to do more to fulfill some of your dreams and wishes. And I feel this is an opportunity to do that. However, you're going to have to put in an equal amount of work as you're getting out of this. So it's an even trade. So I think you're going to be very happy in the end of how this turns out. In the beginning, you're like, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I think you're going to be happy with where it ends up, where it goes, and what it gives you, because it gives you a lot of freedom in what you want to do. Maybe not as often as you want to do it, but when you do it, you get to do it however you want to. you know, I think you'll have the money to be able to stand on your own. And that's something you want, that's something you need, in some ways. So, anyway, Scorpio, let me know if this resonates with you. I'd be very interested. I'm very happy that things are turning around for you. You're on that other side of the eight now. And also next month, at the end of this month, I start a kind of the full-time version of my job I'm doing now. I'm just casual, but now I go full time. And so I'm not going to have as much time to do the cards. So I was thinking, to kind of balance it out, I would do 3 readings a week. So one week would be fire energy, the next week would be water energy. And by the end of the month, I'd have everyone done, just not all at one time. So all my readings are for 30 days. So from whenever your reading is done, it'll be for that 30 days, whether it's the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, the end of the month. So that's the only way I can proceed forward, or I won't have the energy to continue. So that's what I'm going to try. So next month, your video I'm not sure when I'm doing when. I'll make some sort of announcement. And so it may come out in the first week or the third week. Just let you know it's coming. It's coming. Okay. I'm going to try this new way. So, like, fantastic reading, Scorpio. You have so many wish cards: 2 9 of hearts, a 3 of diamonds, um, the 10 of cups, the the wheel of fortune, the rebirth card, the fool. Like, there's so many good cards here of success, of you're coming out new, you're being reborn, ready to make a new start, actually having the energy and the drive to do it. That's the good thing. Okay, so very excited for you. I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to call this video. I'm going to have to think about it, because this is going to be big in your life. 2 Wheel of Fortune cards. So, and that makes sense too with the 8, the double wheel, right? Anyway, talk to you soon. I love you. Take care. Have a wonderful August. Bye now.